Welcome back to Malaysia Money Matters. It's the 31st of December, 2024.
Oh, wow.
Almost time to say goodbye to 2024.
It has been a year.
It really has.
For the markets.
Yeah, a real ride.
Definitely a roller coaster.
You've been busy
I have.
sending us a stack of articles about the Malaysian market.
Well, got to keep up with things.
Keeping up.
Especially with all these company news and all these potential investment opportunities.
So many opportunities.
It's exciting.
Before we get into those, though,
Sure.
let's set the stage
Okay, sounds good.
with a little economic overview.
Love it.
The Edge had a great year in review.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
They called 2024 a year of hope
Mm.
and recovery.
Yeah, a lot of people were worried last year.
Oh, definitely.
Remember,
Oh, yeah.
COVID and inflation.
And the war.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Felt like everything was going wrong.
For sure.
But then things started to turn around
They did.
when the U.S. cut rates.
That was a surprise.
We're
Really helped economies bounce back. Yeah, way stronger than anyone expected.
The World Bank
Hmm.
initially forecasted 2.5% GDP growth for Malaysia.
Right.
And now
Now,
they're saying it'll be more like 4.7%.
wow, almost double.
It's incredible.
It is.
And it's not just Malaysia.
Oh, right.
Global indices are hitting record highs.
I saw that the Nikkei 225 in Japan,
Yeah,
it even surpassed its 1989 record.
crazy.
It is.
Closer to home, though.
Okay.
The ringgit's made quite a comeback,
Yeah, it has.
appreciating as much as 11% against the U.S. dollar.
I read that that's partly because of Bank Negara Malaysia.
You're right.
They encouraged businesses to, repatriate overseas income,
Okay.
convert export proceeds to ringgit.
Smart move.
I think so.
Seems to have paid off.
For sure.
So the economic backdrop is looking
Yeah.
pretty positive.
Yeah.
But let's get to what you really want to talk about.
Okay.
Company news
Yes.
and potential investment opportunities.
That's the good stuff.
It is.
Let's start with a company making a bold move.
Okay, I like bold.
Gamuda.
Okay.
They are going all in on the digital future.
How so?
They just bought a ton of land,
How much?
389.7 acres
Whoa.
in Port Dickson.
Wow. And how much did that cost them?
A cool RM 424.4 million.
That's a serious investment.
It is that they're planning to build a massive data center hub there,
Interesting.
tapping into that growing demand for cloud infrastructure.
I mean, it is a gamble.
It is, but
If it pays off,
yeah,
that could make them a major player
it could.
in the
Yeah,
region.
data centers are pretty hot right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Speaking of strategic moves,
Right.
Yinson Production,
Hmm.
the offshore arm of Yinson,
Right.
they just got an 18-month extension
Oh, wow.
on their FPSO charter contract
Okay.
off the coast of Vietnam.
Nice.
It's worth about US $36.2 million,
And how much of that goes to Jensen?
about half.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
You know, their commitment to reliable operations seems to be key here.
So a solid track record really pays off.
Always. Now, not all the news is good news.
Petronas,
Oil and gas giant.
they're hinting at some potential downsizing
Oh, wow.
after a productivity review.
Interesting. This comes after those reports. They could lose
Yeah.
like 30% of their revenue.
Because of,
That new gas distribution agreement.
oh, right, with Petroleum Sarawak BHD.
Basically, it gives
Sarawak's state-owned oil company
more
over
control
gas distribution.
within the state.
So this is a pretty big shift
It is
for the energy landscape.
in Malaysia for sure.
So what does this mean for Petronas?
Well, it's hard to say for certain,
Yeah.
but they're going to have to adapt to this
Yeah.
new reality.
I've already said
Yeah.
they're going to try to streamline operations and
Yeah.
become more cost efficient.
Makes sense.
Be interesting to see how this impacts their investment strategy.
Yeah, especially with their move into renewable energy,
Definitely something to keep an eye on.
for sure.
Now let's talk about something that's going to hit everyone's wallets. What's that?
Electricity tariffs.
Ooh, yeah.
Brace yourselves.
Okay, embracing.
The base tariff is set to increase by 14.2%.
Whoa, that's a lot.
It is. And this starts in July 2025.
Oof.
Retailers and steel traders are not happy.
I bet not.
They're saying it's going to hurt their competitiveness
Yeah.
and could even fuel inflation. I mean, their concerns are valid.
Yeah, they are.
Higher energy costs can have a ripple effect
They can.
throughout the entire economy.
Absolutely.
Speaking of businesses adapting,
Okay.
Sunway's going through a bit of a leadership shakeup.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They've appointed Datuk Mohd Anwar Taib as their deputy president.
Okay. And who is that?
He's the outgoing CEO of Sapura Energy.
Interesting.
It's a pretty interesting move.
I mean, considering
Yeah.
his background's in oil and gas,
Exactly.
do you think this means Sunway's changing direction?
Maybe.
Like focusing more on energy?
It's too early to tell, but
Yeah,
it's definitely something to watch.
for sure.
Now let's shift gears
Okay.
to a sector that's generating a lot of buzz.
What's that?
Renewable energy
Ah, yes, solar energy.
seems to be booming in Malaysia.
It does.
Gadang Holdings and their joint venture partners
Yeah.
just got a contract for a 15 MWac solar plant
Oh, wow. Where?
in Tawau, Sabah.
Nice.
And that's not all.
There's more.
They're also a potential winner
Oh, wow.
in the LSS5 bidding round
Nice.
for a much larger project,
How big?
99.99 MWac
Wow.
in Selangor.
That's impressive.
They're really positioning themselves as a key player
It seems like it,
in the renewable energy market.
for sure.
Another company making waves in solar,
Okay, who's that?
Samaiden.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of him.
They've been chosen to develop a 99.999 megawatt solar plant
Okay.
in Kelantan.
Also part of the LSS5 bidding round.
Yes.
Wow, it seems like
Yeah.
the government's push for renewable energy is really creating opportunities.
It is.
Yes.
Now, zooming out to the automotive sector, it's been a huge year for car sales.
It has.
Projections for 2025 are 805,000 units sold.
Wow, that would be a record.
It would.
What's driving all this growth?
Rhoda and Proton are leading the charge.
Okay.
Rhoda is actually planning to launch 2 new models next year,
Oh, wow.
including their first electric vehicle.
That's huge news.
It is.
It seems like Malaysia's finally embracing the EV revolution.
Yeah, it does.
That's great.
Before we go global,
Okay.
one more company I want to touch on.
Okay.
EA Technique.
Hmm.
They're rebranding
Oh, really?
as Avant-Garde.
Interesting. So a fresh start.
They did go through a major restructuring last year.
Right. So could this be a sign of positive changes?
Possibly.
We'll have to wait and see
We will.
what their next chapter holds.
It's definitely intriguing.
It is.
Okay.
Okay.
So we've covered a lot of ground on the company front.
We have.
Now let's take a look at some global trends
Okay.
that could impact the Malaysian economy,
Sounds good.
starting with news from India. The Adani Group is pulling out of its US $2 billion consumer joint venture
Oh, wow.
with Singapore's Wilmar.
Okay.
They're going to focus on their core infrastructure businesses instead.
It'll be interesting to see if this affects commodity prices in Malaysia.
I think it could.
Yeah, the Adani Group is a big player.
They are.
And a lot of different commodities.
So their decisions can definitely have global implications.
Yeah, they can.
Speaking of global markets,
Mm.
the cocoa market has been on a wild ride lately.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
Supply fears
Right.
are driving some crazy price swings.
Yeah, we saw that crash.
And that big.
Quick rebound.
It's volatile.
It is.
This could have implications for Malaysian companies
Oh, yeah.
involved in cocoa production.
For sure. With global stockpiles dwindling, we
Mhm.
could see even more volatility.
So chocolate lovers might want to brace themselves for price hikes.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a reminder that even something as simple as chocolate
Right.
is connected to the complex web of global economics. Absolutely.
So we've covered a lot of ground
We have
in this first part of our deep dive.
a lot to digest.
Now, wait. There's more.
Oh, boy. I'm ready.
We'll be right back.
So before the break, we were talking about some pretty big economic developments.
Yeah, and global trends that could really impact the Malaysian market.
Right. And one thing that people are talking about
Definitely.
is that electricity tariff hike.
Oh, yeah. Businesses are worried
Yeah.
about how a 14.2% increase will hit their bottom line.
It's a big jump.
It is the Malaysian Iron and Steel Industry Federation.
Oh, yeah. They've been pretty vocal.
They're saying that those higher electricity bills
Yeah,
will make it even harder for them to compete
makes sense.
internationally.
Right.
And they're also worried about how it could impact
Oh, yeah.
decarbonization efforts.
It's a valid concern.
It is.
I mean, they've been struggling for the past 3 years
Let's have.
to stay afloat, and this is just another challenge.
Yeah, rising energy costs could make it harder. For sure.
For industries to adopt greener technologies.
Yeah, definitely.
It seems like Malaysia's facing some tough choices,
It does.
balancing economic growth with environmental sustainability.
Tough choices indeed.
Now back to Petronas for a second.
Okay.
Their potential downsizing is definitely getting attention.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about it.
But it's important to remember
Mhm.
that they're saying this is about streamlining operations
Right.
and improving cost efficiency.
So maybe it's not just about that new gas distribution agreement with Petros.
I mean, it's more strategic.
Yeah.
Way to adapt to a
Right.
changing energy landscape.
That's how I see it. I mean, remember,
Yeah.
Petronas is investing heavily in renewable energy.
That's right. They have a whole energy transition strategy.
Exactly. So this productivity review, it could be about aligning their workforce
Oh, I see.
with their long-term vision.
It makes sense for them to adapt
It does.
to the evolving energy sector.
For sure.
Now let's talk about a sector that's full of opportunity.
Okay, I like opportunities.
Solar energy.
Ah, yes, the future is bright.
Those LSS5 bidding round wins by Gadang and Samaiden,
Yeah.
they really show how much momentum there is in
Yeah.
the renewable energy space.
Those are some companies to watch.
Definitely.
Their wins show their expertise. They're in a good position for future growth.
And with the government setting those ambitious targets for solar power,
Right.
it seems like there will be even more opportunities down the line.
Absolutely.
It's exciting to see how this could transform Malaysia,
It is.
both economically and environmentally.
For sure.
Now let's go beyond Malaysia's borders.
Okay.
Back to the cocoa market.
Oh, yeah. Those price swings.
They're making things pretty unpredictable
I know.
for anyone involved in the chocolate industry.
It all comes down to supply concerns.
Right.
Most of the world's cocoa comes from West Africa, and they've been having some production issues.
And that's what's spooking the market.
Yeah, and with global stockpiles dwindling,
Yeah.
we could see even more volatility in the future.
So chocolate lovers might have to pay more.
Maybe, but hey, maybe that's just an excuse to savor every bite.
I like that perspective.
Right.
Now, on a more somber note,
Okay.
2024 has been a really tragic year
It has.
for air travel
Yeah, with those recent crashes.
in South Korea.
And Kazakhstan.
It's the deadliest year for aviation
Yeah.
since 2018.
It's a tough reminder
It is.
that even with all the technology we have, flying still has risks.
It really underscores the importance
For sure.
of safety protocols, continuous improvement in the aviation industry.
Absolutely.
Every incident
Yeah.
is a learning opportunity
Right.
to make flying safer for everyone.
Couldn't agree more.
Now, as we wrap up this second part of our deep dive,
Okay.
what stood out to you the most from all the news we've discussed?
That's a good question, I think, for me.
Yeah.
It's that sense of dynamism.
And
Yeah, that we're seeing in the Malaysian market.
I agree. We've seen these established companies
Like Petronas.
adapting to new realities.
While newer players
like Gadang and Samaiden
are seizing those opportunities.
in these emerging sectors.
Yeah, it shows that investors need to stay agile
And informed.
to navigate this constantly evolving landscape.
Absolutely. We've covered a lot today.
We have.
From Malaysia's economic rebound to company shakeups
Solar energy boom.
and even those crazy cocoa market swings.
Quite a journey
It has been.
through the Malaysian market.
But what does it all mean for our listener?
What are the key takeaways?
The million-dollar question.
Right.
Let's break it down.
Okay.
We started with a look at Malaysia's economic recovery.
Right.
GDP growth forecasts are up.
Global indices are soaring.
And the ringgit's looking strong.
All good signs.
It shows that investor confidence is returning.
Which is great for growth.
But we've also seen some challenges.
Oh, yeah.
Rising energy costs
Potential political shifts.
and global market volatility.
All things to keep in mind.
They could all impact the Malaysian market.
Definitely.
It's not all smooth sailing.
It never is.
But that's what makes investing so interesting.
The challenge.
Navigating those choppy waters
And finding those opportunities.
amidst all the uncertainty.
Exactly.
Speaking of opportunities,
Okay.
what sectors or companies stood out to you?
Well, for me, the renewable energy sector is a clear winner.
I agree. The government's commitment to solar power.
It's creating a wave of investment.
And companies like Gadang and Samaiden are riding that wave.
They're the ones to watch.
They are.
Their LSS5 wins really show their expertise.
And put them in a great position for future growth.
Absolutely. And don't forget about Gamuda
Oh, right.
and their data center plan.
It's a bold move.
It is, but it shows their vision for the future.
I think it's a good reminder
Yeah.
that the digital economy is here to stay,
Oh, it's not going anywhere.
and companies that embrace it stand to benefit.
For sure.
Another sector that caught my eye,
So?
the automotive industry.
Yes. Perodua launching their first EV.
It's a game changer.
It really is.
It signals that
But
shift,
to electric mobility,
not just in Malaysia,
but globally.
and that opens up
A whole new world.
of investment possibilities.
So exciting.
There's a lot to be excited about
It
in
was
the Malaysian
exciting.
market.
But it's
Yeah.
important to stay informed.
Do your research.
And remember that investing,
Always carries risks.
don't just jump on the bandwagon because something sounds trendy.
Understand the fundamentals.
Assess the risks
And make informed decisions.
that align with your investment goals.
That's the best advice we can give.
It is, and as always, we're here to help you navigate the Malaysian market.
So don't forget to subscribe to the Malaysia Money Matters podcast
We'll keep you ahead of the curve.
and help you make sense of it all.
Until next time.
Happy investing. Hey there, thanks for tuning in. If you would like a deeper dive into all the investment opportunities from today's news, subscribe to my newsletter at mmoneymatters.substack.com. I will be sharing a deeper analysis of the key investment opportunities from today's news, including what makes these opportunities stand out and how they fit into the broader market trends. By subscribing to the Malaysia Money Matters newsletter, you will also get exclusive insights on my watch list and portfolio and fundamental reports on Malaysian listed companies.